Welcome to the second episode of my Hornets MyNBA series. In the last episode, I reset the 2023 offseason and not only drafted the next potential future GOAT Victor Wembanyama, but also traded for players such as Lonzo Ball and Onyeka Okongwu, and signed LiAngelo Ball to reunite Chino Hills basketball. And today I wanted to play my first game versus the Atlanta Hawks. But before I do that, I wanted to make a trade involving Gordon Hayward. Hayward is old and an expiring contract, and if he has a career year, I don't want to lose him for nothing in free agency. Plus, I think we could find a better player in the trade market available in exchange for Hayward. So I decided to trade Gordon Hayward, Justin Jackson, Dwayne Dedmon, and a 28 first to the Pistons in exchange for Marvin Bagley and Bojan Bogdanovic. Marvin Bagley is a player that gets labeled as a bust due to his lack of achievements compared to his fellow draft mate. Picked after him, Luka Doncic, and even players such as Trae Young, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and Jaren Jackson Jr., former Defensive Player of the Year. But I'm a huge fan of Bagley, and in my opinion, I do not believe he has been given a fair chance in this league to show what he can really do. I'm not saying he'll go out and average 30, but he can for sure contribute to winning basketball, and Bojan is a valuable asset at small forward even if he is up there in age. First game, like I said, we're going up against the Hawks, and the Hawks are a cheat code in every 2K, and Trae and Murray will be hard to guard. Not to mention Onyeka's first game as a Hornet will be against his former team. But I feel confident in our guys, and as long as we attack Trae on defense as much as possible, we'll be fine. The starting lineup is Lonzo, LaMelo, Bojan, Bagley, and Wemby. First play of the game, we're in transition. Bagley gets the rebound and passes it to Lonzo. Then Lonzo kicks it to LaMelo, and then LaMelo hits up Bojan for the transition 3 ball. Next, Lonzo brings up the ball. Bagley sets an off-ball for Wemby, and he pops out. Then Bojan sets a picture-perfect off-ball screen for LaMelo to set him up for the open 3 ball. In transition again, LaMelo gets the rebound and passes to Wemby. Then Wemby hits up Bojan for the nice dime and transition 3 ball. Again, we're in transition. Wemby gets the rebound and passes it to Lonzo. Then Lonzo kicks it to Bagley, and then Bagley hits up LaMelo for the transition 3 ball. Next, Lonzo brings the ball up, and LaMelo sets a screen for him. Then Wemby sets a nice off-ball screen for LaMelo, and he pops out for the open 3 ball. Next, Lonzo has the ball and kicks it to Wemby. Then I try to have Lonzo move off ball, but Bagley set a horrible screen, and he doesn't get open, so I wait for Wemby to cut, and he gets the nice floater inside for the easy 2 points. Next, we got an inbound play, and Bojan sets an amazing off-ball screen for Lonzo to set him up for the open nothing but money 3 ball. Next, Noel brings the ball up, and Bagley sets a screen for him. Then Wemby sets an off-ball for Bagley, but he doesn't get open, so I run the pick and roll with Bagley, and Wemby and Bagley feeds Wemby inside for the nice 2-handed jam. Next, I bring the ball up with Wemby, and the quarter's about to end, and Wemby is hot, so I do an isolation with Wemby, do a little hezzy to create separation for the 3, and that's nothing but money. Starting the second quarter, we're in transition. PJ gets the rebound and passes it to Onyeka. Then Onyeka kicks it to LaMelo, and then LaMelo hits up Martin for the easy transition 3 ball. We're in transition again. Bojan gets the rebound and passes it to Bagley. Then Bagley brings it up and dribbles a little bit for the contested off the dribble 3 ball. Next, Lonzo brings the ball up and Wemby pops out. Then Bojan sets an off ball for Jay Rich, and he pops out. And then Bagley sets a good off-ball screen for Wemby to set him up for the open 3 ball. In transition, again, Wemby gets the rebound and passes it to Bagley. Then Bagley hits up Jay Rich for the easy transition mid-range shot. Now Lonzo has the ball, and Bagley sets a screen for him. Then Wemby sets a nice off-ball screen for Bagley, and he pops out for the open nothing but money 3-pointer. Heading into the second half, we lead the Hawks 39-29, and Wemby is our top performer with 10 points total. Starting the third quarter, Lonzo brings the ball up and LaMelo sets a screen for him. Then Wemby sets a bad off-ball screen for LaMelo, and he doesn't get open, so I run the pick and roll with LaMelo and Wemby, and LaMelo feeds Wemby for the easy dunk inside. Next, Lonzo brings the ball up and passes it to Wemby. Then Trae Young gets abused by the off-ball Bagley screen, and Lonzo gets wide open for a 3. In transition, Wemby gets the rebound and passes it to LaMelo. Then LaMelo kicks it to Lonzo, and then Lonzo hits up Bojan for the transition corner 3. In transition again, Lonzo gets the rebound and kicks it to LaMelo. Then Melo dribbles a little bit and shoots the off-the-dribble 3. That's nothing but money. Next, Wemby brings the ball up and kicks it to Lonzo. Then Bagley sets an off-ball for Wemby, and he pops out. Then Bojan sets an off-ball for Noel, and he pops out. And then Bagley sets a nice off-ball screen for Wemby for an open 3-point shot. Next, Lonzo brings the ball up, and Bagley sets a screen for him. Then Wemby sets an off-ball for Bagley, and the defense looked really discombobulated here, so Bagley takes advantage by popping out for the open nothing but money 3. Next, Wemby brings the ball up and passes it to Lonzo. Then Lonzo kicks it back to Wemby, and Trae Young might literally be the worst defender in 2K because Lonzo just keeps getting open for these nothing but money 3s. We're in transition. Onyeka gets the rebound and kicks it to LaMelo. Then LaMelo feeds PJ, who then feeds Martin. And at this point, I realize that nobody is getting open, so I decide to do an ISO with my best player, LaMelo Ball. Do a little crossover behind the back 3, and that's nothing but money. In transition again, Lonzo gets the rebound and kicks it to Onyeka. And then Onyeka feeds LaMelo for the silky smooth, wide open transition 3-pointer. Now, LaMelo has the ball. Bagley sets an off-ball for Wemby, and he pops out. Then Bojan sets an off-ball for Lonzo, and he pops out. And then Bagley sets an off-ball for Wemby to get him open for the easy 3 points. Now Wemby has the ball and kicks it to Lonzo. Then Lonzo kicks it back to Wemby, and clearly Trae Young isn't built for this because he just keeps getting bullied by Lonzo's off-ball movement. And to close out, Lonzo brings the ball up. Bagley sets an off-ball for Wemby, and he pops out. Then Bojan sets an off-ball for LaMelo, and he pops out. And for the icing on the cake, Bagley sets an off-ball for Wemby to get open in the corner for the nothing but money 3. And that's all she wrote. Final score 146 to 116. LaMelo and Lonzo each had standout performances, and Bagley had a great Hornets debut. But talk about a picture-perfect first ever NBA game from Wemby. I mean, my goodness, 40 points, 8 rebounds, and 10 assists. Almost had a triple-double. Like and subscribe. If you enjoyed, in the next episode, I will make a trade for a top-tier point guard and play against the Bucks. Thank you guys for watching.